This trip was a dream come true, and we got to experience 7 unforgettable days with craft tours and a special group from our Sallie tomato community. We got to experience several destinations, including Lisbon, all the way to the city of Evora, to experience the history and culture of Portugal. We made lots of memories and brought home creative inspiration to incorporate into our handmade projects. During the trip, I captured lots of video to be able to create this vlog so you could experience our journey behind the scenes. So come along with us as we share the beauty, craftsmanship, and journey that we experienced in Portugal. If you've ever dreamed of mixing creativity with culture or wondered how cork turns from bark into beautiful, sustainable products, this is your invitation to explore Portugal through a maker's lens. We partnered with Craft Tours, which is a travel company that curates global experiences for crafters and artists. They created a one-of-a-kind journey for our group of bag making enthusiasts. Whether you're planning your own Portuguese adventure or just curious about how craft and culture intersect, this fun recap offers a little bit of both. Day 1, arrival in Lisbon and welcome dinner. Portugal welcomed us with a sunrise and breathtaking views of the landscape. After stepping off the plane, we found our deluxe motor coach and headed straight for the Corinthia Hotel in Lisbon, which is a gorgeous modern oasis with marble finishes, spa-like serenity, and luxury rooms. The fresh flowers throughout the hotel felt like I was walking in a dream. My husband Mitch came along on this trip, and we were very excited to meet up with my brother and his wife Danuska, along with our very sweet niece named Sophia. Jake is my business partner. He has a major role at Sallie Tomato. He handles all of our finances, he sources in our products, and oversees our website development. That afternoon, we rested, then joined our travel group for a special welcome dinner. The meal featured an array of traditional Portuguese flavors, including fresh seafood, savory meats, and rustic breads. For dessert, we were introduced to classic regional sweets made from mango, almonds, and egg yolk-based custards. Between bites of local cuisine and introductions, the excitement for the week ahead was unmistakable. Day 2. From Lisbon to Evora, scenic roads and soulful stops. After an incredible breakfast like we have never seen before, we checked out and drove towards Evora. Along the way, we saw ancient aqueducts, crossed the impressive 25-day bridge, and paused for a surprise visit to the sanctuary of Christ the King with panoramic views over the Tagus River and the impressive cityscape of Lisbon. The vantage point from the top of the statue offered a breathtaking view of both nature and the city. After taking in all of the views, this was probably the moment that I realized I finally made it to Portugal after dreaming for years and years. Back on the bus, we enjoyed the scenic drive as we traveled to our next destination. We even saw storks nesting high on electrical poles, which is an iconic site in the Alentejo countryside, where the birds return year after year. The terrain varied from sandy soil to thick pine forests and Portugal's most prized tree, the cork oak. We had lunch at Polo Norte Cafe, which introduced us to the bifana, which is a garlicky pork sandwich that's both humble and iconic. Afterward, we explored a traditional Portuguese cemetery. It was peaceful, beautifully tiled, and shaded by stone pines. Day 2, in the afternoon, we visited an olive grove with a heartwarming story. That afternoon, we visited Monte da Oliveira Velha, which was a small olive oil estate near Evora. João Rosada, who also went by Miguel, is the founder of Amor Cego, which is Portuguese for Love is Blind. Our group thoroughly enjoyed how he shared his devotion to sustainable small batch farming, which inspired the name of his brand. He explained how a traditional statue of a blindfolded dancer, which is a symbol that captures the spirit of the brand, reflects the idea that love, like his approach to farming, doesn't always follow logic, but leads with the heart. We learned about grafting, which is a method that allows one tree to bear multiple olive varieties. One side might grow small, flavorful Gallela olives, while the other may grow the plumper but lower yielding Basal variety. Miguel's process focuses on quality over quantity, pressing each olive promptly within 8 hours of harvesting. Olive trees are incredibly resistant. The tree on his property was over 2,700 years old. Some are over 3,000 years old and still producing fruit. Their long life and dependable yield make them not only vital to agriculture, but also culturally revered across the Mediterranean. These trees are almost considered immortal in their quiet, enduring way. Next, we gathered for a tasting of Miguel's olive oil. It had a distinct aroma, color, and flavor, ranging from buttery smooth to bright and peppery. The experience was both educational and personal, made memorable by Miguel's storytelling and genuine hospitality. That evening, we returned to our hotel and set out to find a local dinner spot. We ended up at Saint Louis de Pressa, where I enjoyed a comforting dish made of shredded codfish and potatoes in a creamy white sauce. Mitch ordered the beer steak, which was perfectly cooked. It was a relaxed and satisfying end to a meaningful day. Day 3, the cork industry uncovered. In the morning, we met up with our tour guide for a brief tour of Evora on our way to tour a cork factory. This was certainly the highlight of our trip. We set out to explore Portugal's most iconic natural material, which is cork. The cork oak is an ecological powerhouse, living for centuries and harvested every 9 years without harm. Portugal is the global leader in cork production, and after our tour, it was easy to see why. We got to hear firsthand how this natural material becomes one of our favorite sewing substrates, cork fabric. It was amazing to finally hear firsthand from the masters in the cork factory how cork fabric is made. After years of researching on my own and learning from our fabric manufacturer, experiencing the production in person brought a deeper appreciation for this material. If you're curious about cork production, skilled harvesters hand strip bark using axes, taking care not to damage the cambium, which is the living layer beneath. The first harvest occurs when the tree is around 25 years old, but the best cork isn't produced until aged 43 or older. Once harvested, the cork planks dry outside for several months, then are boiled and flattened. This is the machine that flattens the cork. The quality of cork is graded by the veracity, or the porosity, and the thickness. The veracity means that the fewer pores, the smoother and higher quality the cork will be. Also, the thicker bark allows for premium wine stoppers, which are punched perpendicular to the growth rings. Every bit of the cork bark is used. High-grade cork becomes bottle stoppers, mid-grade is processed into flooring, fabric, bags, shoes, and even casino tokens, and the cork dust becomes insulation and biofuel. So like I mentioned, cork fabric is typically made from mid-grade cork, which isn't quite perfect for wine stoppers, but still retains beautiful texture and durability. It's created by adhering thin slices of cork to a fabric backing, resulting in a soft, flexible, and durable material that's ideal for sewing and bag making. It's available in a wide range of colors and patterns and retains all of the amazing properties of cork. It's waterproof, lightweight, easy to clean, and eco-friendly. It was truly exciting to witness the source of a material we work with so often and see the pride Portugal takes in producing it. If you're eager to sew with Cork fabric, I encourage you to explore our growing selection of Cork colors and prints, plus sewing patterns specifically designed to be made with Cork on a domestic machine. From clutches to totes, Cork fabric opens up a world of creative possibilities. Day 3, in the afternoon, we explored art tiles and ancient stones. In Evora's UNESCO-listed city center, we visited the Templo Romano for a group photo and explored cobbled streets lined with beautiful boutiques and artisan storefronts. We found lunch at Pizza no Mercado, which was delicious. It was served in a quiet corner of the city. The pizza was fresh and flavorful, and the cheese bread was a hit with everyone. Yeah, everyone, we are about to leave for a tile painting workshop, but I wanted to quick hop on and show you the bag that I've been carrying all around Portugal. This is the Jenny bag. And what I love is you can wear it in the front, but also wear it in the back, so it's really comfortable. The front has a zipper pocket that's perfect for your cell phone, so I've been grabbing my phone out to take lots of pictures and video. And then the whole compartment up top unzips nice and wide. There's a mesh zipper pocket, a spot to add a key clip. I have some travel documents, my passport with me, sunscreen, hand sanitizer, and some snacks and a hair clip. I keep my wallet in the concealed zipper pocket on the back side of the bag, so that way it's safe right next to me. All right, so we're gonna head off to the next tour. Following lunch, we drove through the scenic Arabida Mountains to the studio of a master tile maker, where we participated in a hands-on tile painting workshop. Using traditional ceramic tiles and rich pigments, after hearing about the incredible process and detail that goes into the production of these hand-painted tiles, each of us had the opportunity to paint a tile of our own and choose a traditional Portuguese pattern. We used traditional ceramic tiles and rich pigments. Our group enjoyed this experience very much, and we all had a special souvenir to take home. Dinner that evening was at a local ramen restaurant that we discovered while exploring the city. We ended the night with a peaceful walk through the park and admired Evora's whimsical fake ruins, which are an 18th century garden structure, which is home to wandering peacocks. I'm still shocked by the fact that these peacocks chose to live in the ruins. Day 4, rug traditions and local finds. The next day, we headed to Arelos to admire hand-embroidered wool rugs, which is a tradition passed down for centuries. The town's whitewashed buildings and soft blue window trim offered a soothing palette. The colors reminded me of some of our faux leather fabrics, and they sparked a few design ideas. We explored the Arelos Rug Interpretive Center, where we learned that rug making in this village is believed to date back to the late 16th century. Entire families once took part in the rug making process, from collecting plants for dyeing to stitching intricate patterns by hand. Today, some of those designs are recreated with respect for tradition and a fresh creative lens. The museum not only preserves this heritage, but also inspires artists and sewists alike to reimagine how decorative arts can tell a story through every stitch. During some free time, we decided to explore the local castle ruins. Once atop of the hill, we admired the sweeping views of the city and the beauty of the ruins. On our way back to Evora, we stumbled upon a fabric shop filled with Portuguese prints and textiles of every kind, from canvas to waffle knits. The colors, textures, and motifs offered new sources of inspiration, especially for those of us who love to incorporate global textures into our bags and projects. Day 4, evening, Chapel of Bones and rooftop views. In the evening, some of our group opted to go to a wine tasting experience, but we spent the evening wandering Evora's historic center, including one of Evora's most talked about landmarks, the Chapel of Bones. Though solemn in tone, the chapel is a centuries-old place of reflection, constructed with human bones as a reminder of life's fragility and the value of our time on Earth. We wrapped up the night with dinner at our hotel's rooftop bar with great food and a stunning view of the sunset. Day 5, farms, forests, and ancient foods. After a delicious breakfast in the morning, we returned to Cork country to visit a traditional Cork farm.
Morning! Today we're touring a Cork farm. I'm so excited, so let's go check it out.
We learned more about Portugal's strict regulations on Cork oak trees. Each tree is tagged and each harvest is logged to protect the long-term health of the forest. It was breathtaking to see the trees up close, and we had an enjoyable walk through the farm's countryside. We even had a furry friend tag along. Perhaps my niece was the reason the pup followed our group. She loved feeding the dog some of her snacks. The farm owner shared lots of information and history before we gathered to enjoy some local meats, cheeses, and wine. Next, we visited a local co-op farm where we tasted acorn-fed pork, acorn butter, and rustic acorn bread. Acorns have a low glycemic index and are packed with nutrients. They are an ancient superfood that supported early civilizations. We had never heard of eating acorns before, so this was a fun meal to experience. We had a lovely lunch together, and we spent the afternoon exploring the farm and hearing about the history of the land. Day 6, Belem's Maritime Legacy and Custard Traditions. After breakfast, we checked out of our hotel and drove toward Belem, which is a district of Lisbon, which is steeped in maritime history. We began with a walking tour past iconic landmarks that celebrate Portugal's seafaring legacy. At the Belem Tower, we admired the 16th century fortification which was once used to defend the city. Next, we visited the Monument to the Discoveries, which is a soaring tribute to Portugal's age of exploration, featuring statues of prominent navigators and visionaries. Nearby, we walked across a massive mosaic world map, inlaid in stone and tile. It illustrated Portugal's global explorations. This striking plaza connects history to geography and serves as a reminder of the country's bold impact on the world. After enjoying time in a nearby park and exploring a sweet local candy shop, we stopped for lunch at the famous Pastéis de Belem, which is home to the original Portuguese custard tart. They are baked fresh throughout the day from a secret recipe, and these flaky golden pastries have delighted locals and visitors since 1837. That evening, we returned to Lisbon and settled into the Corinthia Hotel for a relaxing end to the day. Day 7, Lisbon, Mafra, and a farewell. Our final day included a panoramic Lisbon tour, including the Santa Justa elevator and the Grand Rua Augusta Arch. Later, we visited the Mafra National Palace, where highlights included the Antler Room, royal dining chairs, stunning artwork and architecture, a historic sewing table, and a library holding more than 36,000 rare books, which are protected by bats that naturally control pests. That evening, we gathered for a memorable farewell dinner, celebrating new friendships, creative sparks, and a deeper appreciation for the artistry rooted in Portuguese soil. We even did a show and tell of each of our finished tiles. Ade Lago, Portugal. Obrigada for the beauty, the craftsmanship, and the cork. If you've ever dreamed about exploring somewhere beautiful while learning about and enjoying something that you love, we can't recommend this experience enough. Our experience in Portugal was truly incredible, and I hope that this vlog shared a little bit of behind the scenes magic with you too. Be sure to check out the link in the description to learn more about craft tours experiences and perhaps any new travel adventures that we're planning. If you'd love to travel with us and a special community of bag making enthusiasts, let me know in the comments where you're interested in traveling. And if you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have so much inspiration, fun tutorials, and behind the scenes content to share with you. And until next time, obrigada and happy sewing.